Bro, this isn't an ordinary story because all this emotional chaos and drama started from one seemingly trivial incident, which is the fear of losing someone most precious. And it all started from the moment when Nice Nature and Uma Musume was running with all her might on the racetrack, reminiscing about the day her trainer first called her name, the day that became the beginning of everything for them. For Nature, there is nothing that makes her happier than being able to stay by her trainer's side, going through days that are so happy it almost hurts, and being able to walk hand in hand conquering obstacles. But behind that happiness, there is a tremendous fear that constantly haunts her, the fear of an end that sooner or later will inevitably come. As the race entered the fourth corner and hit the final straight, Nature pushed to her top speed, hoping to prove that she still deserves to be by her trainer's side. Unfortunately, reality is fair, but at the same time cruel. Nature failed to break into the top 5 on the leaderboard of the 1995 Aramina Kinnan race, where Mayano Top Gun came out as the first place winner and Takino Tsuno in second place. This failure really took a mental toll on Nature, to the point she thought while holding back tears, if it hurts this much, maybe it would have been better if we never met at all. And it is at this point that dark feelings slowly began to take root in her heart. Time passed, and on a bone-chillingly cold day during break time at Tracing Academy, Nature just wanted to stay quiet inside a warm and comfortable room. Suddenly, she was greeted by her junior, Fancy Winner, who enthusiastically called her Nei-chan Senpai and praised her performance in yesterday's Aramina Kinnan, even though Nature felt sad because her position wasn't good. Fancy Winner, who happens to be the back-to-back winner of the Chunichi Shimbun High in 1996 and 1997 in real life, tried to cheer Nature up by saying that just being able to participate in the Aramina Kinnan for 4 consecutive years is already an extraordinary pride to be grateful for. But Nature still felt insecure because she had never won a G3 race, let alone G1, which made Fancy Winner shake her head seeing her senior's bad habit of always putting herself down. In the middle of that venting moment, Nature remembered her trainer's words, who also always hoped she could be more confident. Speaking of the trainer, Nature's trainer, named Haba Kazuki, is no ordinary person. Since debut, Haba has been her exclusive trainer, and he is very famous in both the racing community and Tracing because early in his career, he successfully led his first Uma Musume to achieve many G1 victories. Haba is young, strong, handsome, charismatic, and comes from a prestigious family, so it's no wonder that everyone in the academy really wants to be his student. During the selection day back then, Nature was even shocked in disbelief when she saw Haba in the shopping district with her own eyes, feeling that a guy as perfect as him couldn't possibly be a match for an average girl like her. Being so insecure, Nature often made excuses and told her friends that she was just looking for a rich and handsome boyfriend as a useless defense mechanism, even though deep down she felt she wasn't worthy of anyone if she didn't have a fighting spirit. Nature's daydreams suddenly shattered when trainer Haba actually appeared in front of her and scared her half to death until she let out a cute scream. Haba smiled casually and asked about the condition of Nature's left leg, then started seriously analysing the tactics of yesterday's Aramina Kinnan race using his notes. According to Haba, the reason Nature lost was because she made her final spurt too late, so she couldn't close the gap with the front pack. But from another perspective, it proved that her final spurt power is still very effective. Hearing that, Nature's spirit reignited. She was determined not to give up halfway and promised to deliver a G1 victory as payback for all her trainer's hard work. Haba smiled happily, and they started planning the first race for next year, which is the TrainerWho Kinnan. But unfortunately, expectations don't always align with reality. 5 years passed without a single championship title decorating both their careers. Even Nature's last victory in a G2 race passed more than a year ago. Dissonant voices from outside began to emerge and became more intense, telling them to just change trainers or telling Nature to retire because because it had been so long since she won even in low-level races. When their 5th-year contract finally rolled around, Nature was truly devastated by her condition. Her original desire to win G1 and prove to everyone that the time she spent with her trainer was not in vain felt further and further out of reach. Miraculously, trainer Harbour gladly renewed his contract with her, and Nature firmly chose to stay by her trainer's side. But this is where Nature's inner conflict worsened, because secretly, a hope that she shouldn't have ever made began to grow in her heart. She realized that her real hope wasn't just about winning races, but she wanted to continue being with her trainer forever, even if they had to go through hard days. This is a big secret in her heart that for 5 years of her trainer's dedication, she could never express directly. That fear of separation reached its peak after the 17th Chuukio-Kinnan race in March, a day considered very unlucky where Nature again failed to catch up and lost to Thunder Pharaoh as well as Fancy Winner, who took 2nd place. In the quiet stadium hallway, Nature, who was frustrated because she felt her final spurt or position wasn't the issue, suddenly heard her trainer's serious conversation with someone. That person asked Harbour if he still intended to reject the offer from the European Placement Initiative, even though the Europeans highly acknowledged his talent as a trainer. The person warned Harbour that this was his last chance after turning down the same offer last year and suggested Harbour take Nature with him. But Harbour's answer truly shocked Nature. He firmly refused and said, "Regardless, I will stay in Japan, right here, because I am Nature's trainer," and he wanted to stay by the girl's side. Hearing this, Nature's world felt like it instantly collapsed. She realized that all this time, her ego and selfishness was what held Harbour back from achieving his dream of becoming a world-class trainer. Without thinking twice again, Nature immediately confronted Harbour in his room when night fell after hearing that conversation. With tears she could no longer hold back and overflowing emotions, Nature yelled at Harbour, reminding him that becoming a famous trainer active all over the world had been the man's dream since a long time ago. Nature cried her heart out and blamed herself, feeling that she was the one who stole Harbour's future because of her selfish desire to stay together and for these days to continue. She even went as far as lying to push Harbour away, saying, "Just forget about it. You don't need to worry about me anymore. I have never regretted taking on many challenges and running all this time, even though my dream obviously never came true." Nature tried to let go of his hand and told Harbour to go chase his bright future, because imagining parting ways and snatching Harbour's future turned out to be far more terrifying than she previously thought. But Harbour swiftly grabbed Nature's hand and stopped her from walking away. In this moment full of tension and tears, Harbour finally uncovered a dark secret from his past that no one in the academy ever knew before. Harbour shared that in the past, after his first student, who was worthy of being called a genius, won many G1 races quickly, his confidence grew rapidly. But he started to doubt his own abilities when he realised that perhaps all that success was just due to the student's pure talent, and all his training menus were entirely useless. He was trapped in a spiral of negative emotions that destroyed his mental and physical state to the core, to the point he couldn't truly be happy seeing his own students' victories and felt unworthy of being a trainer. When he was completely cornered, depressed and nearly quit being a trainer, Nature came into his life. Harbour was honest with Nature and said, "When I was suffering in the gap between idealism and reality, your fighting spirit that dared to face it head on is what saved me." Nature's nature of sometimes feeling insecure and a bit cynical, but actually hiding a heart full of strong determination, made Harbour feel he could give his all again as a trainer. Harbour chuckled and admitted that with his current personality, a placement abroad wasn't actually something that suited him. At the climax, Harbour looked at Nature deeply full of regret and apologised for making the girl endure so much pain. He finally confessed, "The desire to keep being with you, that feeling isn't something a trainer is supposed to have, which is why I could never admit it to anyone, including you." It turned out for these 5 years, both of them were suffering in silence. They were hiding the exact same feelings from each other and telling the same lies just so they could stay together without ruining the trainer and student status. Harbour finally threw all those lies away and awkwardly proposed to their future, asking, basically, even when you graduate later, you will still stay with me, right? Hearing that unexpected confession, Nature's face turned bright red from sheer embarrassment and overflowing happiness. Under the dark night sky full of sparkling stars, Nature finally held Harbour's hand tightly, realizing that after 5 long years, they had finally managed to step past this dark night full of doubts towards the future. And as a sweet closing to all this emotional chaos and tears, Nature shyly looked at the man in front of her and asked, "I'd like to know, is it okay if I call you by your name?" And from this turning point, everything changed forever.